C9 has a big loophole, and I'm here to expose it for you. This bill does start to restrict our free speech, though. It's just another cut in this death by a million cuts from the Liberal government. However, heavy enforcement doesn't come until C34, and in part C22, and especially now that C8 just got royal ascension. And while this does restrict our free speech, the main purpose of this bill was to get the definition of hate into law. That's the main purpose, because without that, none of the other bills matter. The government defines hatred as an emotion of intense and extreme nature that is clearly associated with vilification and detestication. First problem with that, you can't outlaw emotion. Those are unconscious, physical, and automatic responses. If they're unconscious, we're not liable for them. They're thoughts. Now you might be thinking that sounds like it should go against our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and you'd be right. And even they address it, saying it might infringe on 2B, which is the freedom of thought, belief, opinion, freedom of press, and freedom of media. You don't say it infringes on that, eh? However, it also goes against 2A of our fundamental freedoms, which is the freedom of conscience. It's a direct conflict of that. So let's circle back to how they define hatred in the first place. They say hatred means vilification and detestication, not disdain and dislike. Let's look them up for clarification. Detest, to dislike something or someone intensely. Core emotion, intensity of aversion. So to specify, detest is bad, dislike is a lower form of detest, dislike is good, so just preface everything with dislike. Now we have disdain, the feeling of superiority, the feeling of someone or something being unworthy of your respect or consideration. Core emotion, contempt, based on a sense of being better than somebody. That's right, our government looked at detest, an emotion centered on the intensity of aversion, versus disdain, the feeling of superiority over somebody, and thought disdain's the good one. I do have to say, though, as a white guy, the superiority angle, it feels right, you know? So remember to preface everything you say with disdain or dislike, because it's bad if you walk by and say, I detest Zionists, but if you walk by and say, I disdain you, worthless Zionist, that's completely fine with our government. Also, we have 30 days from royal ascension before it becomes law. It's all word games now. Link in bio for the new system of government to revolt to. Get in shape, get your pal, get familiar with guns. Let's save this fucking country.